There's so much BS right now online about, hey, if you get up at 5 a.m., you're gonna get rich, or if you are in tech, or if you're in finance, or if you got to write your 10 goals each day. And I can tell you, are any of those important? Sure, they have their places, but those are not the answers. Those are definitely not the answers. And here's the thing: when I tell you the what's going to separate, you could tell if you're going to get rich. You can tell if you're on the right path. And when I tell you that answer, I know the very first objection you're going to get, especially if you're just starting, and I can tell you a solution to that too. And there's so much right now that unfortunately we can't tell who's who online. And and even though there's a lot of people I like their message, I think most of the vast majority fall into one or two categories, in my opinion. Either number one, they're 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 just repeating what they think they've heard, or what they've read in books, or what they think they should tell you. This stuff like get up early, this, that kind of stuff. Like it doesn't matter. There's some people who get up early and they get a lot done, before most people start work. There are people like that. I've known people like that. And there are people, I can tell you, the majority of people who succeed greatly don't get up at 5 in the morning. They get up at like 8 or 7 or whatever else, and they work late. They work through the day and work late into the night. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's the kind of thing. When you hear that, someone does, they're probably just regurgitating what they've heard. The other category is people online who maybe are rich, who've made a lot of money, but they've made their money being online. Okay, so again, that's not a great representation. Everyone, and for those of you, I know there's a lot of new subscribers, and I appreciate you guys. But for the people that have been watching my channel, you know that everything I talk about is from the business world, is from the as they say, the front lines of capitalism. And I can tell you this: the way you could tell if you're going to get rich, or if you're on the right path, especially for younger guys, but even for older people, because even like, for example, there's times when I get off track, and I might start slacking, and I might get burnt out, and I might start not doing what I've been doing. I get back to this, and then I get back on track. And here's the thing: is you got to get a lot done every single day. A lot. That's the key, guys. That is the key. I swear, if you turned off this video and you took that one piece of advice, and you shut off this video and you never watched another video, you never read another book, you should read lots of books. You should educate yourself. That's what you need to do. But if you never did anything else besides that, you will be ahead of 99.9% of people in this world. And here's the thing. Now, there's two little caveats to that. Now, the first thing you're going to say, well, I'm just getting started, or I haven't started yet, and I don't know what to do. Like, what do I do? You're saying this is what I know some of you guys are saying, and I'll tell you a solution to this. Some of you guys are going, okay, I haven't started yet. I don't even know. I want to be in business, or I want to be in finance, or I want to go to school, or I want to do a business, or I want to get in real estate investing, or whatever you might be, or whatever it is that you want to do. But I don't know what to do. I'm not there yet. Here's the thing: it doesn't matter. Just get a lot done. Get a lot done every day. Start today. Start tomorrow. When I say get a lot done, it means you get up and you get going. You could be reading books. You could be studying. If you want to get into real estate investing, start looking at listings of houses or apartment buildings, or office buildings. But I don't have any money to get started yet. Okay, that's fine. But if that's what you want to do, then you call the listing agents and you talk to them. Hey, what kind of financing is even if you can't get the financing, it doesn't matter. Start talking to people. Do more each day. If you don't have the money yet, if you're just getting started, then you get on the phone, Get some extra jobs. Get some extra jobs. Hell, DoorDash. Do whatever. Get some extra jobs. Call. Work at a fast food place during the day. Do you know how many people? And this is another topic, but do you know how many people have worked at places like McDonald's and end up owning the damn places? Years later. It happens all the time. I don't know if it still happens because now McDonald's is such a mature business, but when I was coming up, there was a lot of people like that. I knew a guy in high school. I wasn't friends with him, but I knew him, and he worked at McDonald's, and people kind of give him shit. He's got a goofy guy, but he was a hardworking guy, and people gave him a hard time because he's working at McDonald's, and he ended up. Last I heard of him, he was running a McDonald's, and I think he ended up either not full owning it, but I think he had a partial ownership in one, which those things tend to be cash cows. Those things are just money machines. I mean, I don't know how much he's made or anything. I don't talk to him. Last I heard was years ago, and that's what I heard. So I don't know where it is from now or from there, but it's just do more, get more done every day, and as you move forward, you'll get more important stuff done. And if you're in school, study more. If you're in school, read about investing. Read about if you don't have money to invest yet, read about investing. Figure it out. Start with $100. Start maybe buy an index fund in a brokerage account and put $100 in and start investing. Start reading about investing. But you just need to do more each day. Every day. Like imagine each day is like a calendar square, like a square on the calendar, like when you're looking at a calendar, and just think of how much you can get done in those days. Because when I started thinking about it this way, I thought about, well, when I had business, when I was started running my business and I started, making a little bit of money, and I'm talking about a little bit of money, not a lot of money, a little bit of money. I looked at it and I was making like $30,000 in a year, right? So that's imagine like my hands apart right now is like a 12-month span. I said, okay, well, $30,000 in a year. Well, can I condense that down and make that in 6 months? Okay, well, what am I doing for the $30,000? Well, I'm making this amount of calls. I'm contacting this many prospects. I'm talking to this many people. I'm making this many cold calls. I'm talking to this many prospects. And I boil it down to that. And so then all of a sudden I got my income up to then I'm making $30,000 every 6 months. Okay, well, that was a start. And then you keep condensing it down. Well, can I take that? Can I do that in 3 months? Can I do that in 2 months? Can I do that in 1 month? And as you go up the ladder of life, whatever career you're in, and it could be in your business, it could be at a job, it could be investing, it could be a side business, it could be both, it could be all the above, is you just keep getting more done. See how much you can get done in each calendar day, in each square. And that's what's gonna separate you from everyone else. And even though it sounds simplistic, and I know, and one of the problems I think that we're in right now is that, especially stuff online, is that everyone's got to have like the new thing, like the new breakthrough, and I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head that's like kind of like the new thing. You always hear time management stuff. Okay, we'll do this for time management. You know what? Honestly, my opinion is, and there's a lot of people that agree with me, or excuse me, a lot of people that disagree with me, but I would say this. Okay, you can disagree with me, but where are you at in the income spectrum? If you got a real high income and you disagree, that's fine. You can disagree, and then we can have a conversation with that. But if you're in the other part, stop trying to disagree with everything and listen and absorb it and try it. I'm also not here to tell you this and for you to follow every single thing and go, okay, Paul, you're 100% right. No, try it. See if it works. And this is the thing. Like, for example, the time management stuff, what I would tell my kids is to start. This is just to start. Take stuff like time management. You crumble it up and you throw it in the garbage, and you could just get stuff done. That's it. That's your time management. Get stuff done. As you move up the ladder, as you move up the income ladder, as you move up the ladder of life, your career ladder, whatever it might be, then you can start ironing things out. Then you can start straightening things out. Then you can start making things more efficient. You can, as they say, oh, that's another thing, work smarter, not harder. When people say that, honestly, I can tell you 99 times out of 100, they're not doing anything, okay? If a guy's making $1 million a year and he's telling you work smarter, not harder, well, you know what? You listen to that guy. But usually the people that are saying that are not really doing anything, because again, that's something we hear and we think it sounds great. Work smarter, not harder, right? We all want to work smarter. Well, what the hell does that mean? It doesn't mean. It's so dumb. It's so dumb and over. It's meaningless. What I would say is just get a lot done every day, guys. Just get a lot done, and then as you move up, as you climb up, then you can get more efficient. Then you can work smarter, as they say. You can do all that stuff. But right now, just get as much done each day as you could. It doesn't matter if it's important, if it's not important. We'll wrap on this. We'll wrap on this. Two quick things. Number one, when I do like mailings and stuff to customers, a lot of times, at least before, I was sealing all the envelopes, printing all the stuff. Now I'll have other people do stuff for me. But before, I was doing all the envelopes, doing all the labels, doing everything, because it got to the point where I'm like, I just got to get it done. I can't be, I didn't have money to hire people, and I didn't have, the time to explain how things would be done to other people. So I just had to do it myself. And one other quick thing, I knew a friend of mine had, their parents were really wealthy, and in particular, obviously it was their parents that were wealthy, but the dad ran a business, and he ran a construction business. And before, I knew them through friends of mine. And I just always imagined that this guy sat in his office. He lived in at the time, I mean, this is 20 years ago, but he lived in $1 million home. So now that same home would probably be like $2 or $3 million. It was a beautiful, beautiful home. And, I was from very, like, that's not my world, So I looked and I like admired this. I was like, oh my God, I knew of these people. And I just imagined this guy, because he ran a construction company, that he was just like in his office directing people, telling people what to do. And then through just coincidences or whatever else, I ended up they were friends of friends. So I knew them that way. So I ended up becoming friends with these people, and with the kids, because they're my age. And so I got to see up close how the dad was working. And I was shocked to see that he was on construction sites every day. He was hammering nails every day. Like, he was in the mud, as they say. Like, he was doing all that stuff that all his workers were doing too. And that surprised me. And that was, luckily, that was a lesson I got. I learned that, when I was in my, early to mid 20s. And that stuck with me. That stuck with me because I realized that, hey, maybe when you're Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos and, Larry Page and all, when you're the top of the top of the top, then you're sitting back and directing people. But, up until you get to that point, and again, there's so few people that are like the top of the top of the top of the top. You can have a great life being in the, that upper middle part, like where, well, okay, now I'm going on and on and on. So we'll wrap it at that, guys. But something to think about. All right, talk to you later.